It is interesting here. When someone is named media, several media are calling for order, and we know in Islamic culture that the Mahdi is the one who offers the solution. Thank you. Unless we are aware that in fact symbolism, for media means symbolism for the gray eminence behind all national movements and does not necessarily have to explode in the foreground for that reason. Peace be upon you all. It is a great pleasure for me to be here. When we mention the recipe, I am interested. What recipe? Do you want from which book? From which cuisine? From which chef? Pray. Experienced? Because it is also the foundation of our Bosniak culture. I was thinking, where is my Lord, the Lord of the worlds? My people mention him. They mention little Bosnia, the small European nations. I sought 3 criteria. I looked for them in the Quranic stories. Symbols, craftsmanship, symbols of power, and timely interpreters of reality. I found these examples in a very interesting story. The Lord of the world says about himself, of course, in a metaphorical sense. But Kasim Ivan tells the most beautiful stories, and it has always been that the one who told the most beautiful stories ruled the world. There are messages in this for us, for our young directors who are just coming of age, and for our creators of national religious programs, etc. It is about a story or an encounter between the symbol of power called Solomon, but the village, and the symbol of craftsmanship called the community of ants. We have these 2 factors. The third factor is actually the timely interpreter. In this case, the interpreter of reality, because it was about my worker who was a female when she warned. A member of his community told the others to enter their dwellings so that Solomon's army would not trample and destroy them without noticing. There are numerous messages in this. What we see in the small European Muslim nations, the Bosniaks and Albanians, is a symbol of industriousness. We see a hard-working people and symbols of power. We also see institutions as interpreters of reality, interpreters of the immediate danger that comes here. Note that if there were no interpreters of a certain reality, the entire directive would be incidental or collateral damage to one good man, and that is the story about us. And there is the message, just as the ant said in defense, enter your dwellings. O Bosniaks, enter your dwellings, your institutions, your mosques, your cultural centers, so that you are not destroyed, trampled. The evening of power has trampled, not because they are bad, but because you are not able to articulate your needs loudly enough, your hopes, your desires, your goals, and this can result in your disappearance. We have an example when we talk about that small Albanian Kosovar ant that managed to fight for its state as the youngest European state, which is present in our small Bosniak work. Yes, it did not originate in the bosom of the Balkan Mountains. Its cry along the European path is becoming more articulated and clearer. It is becoming more institutional, and that is what encourages and gives hope. I have some more recipes for another time. Thank you for your attention.